On BeeTv Major News at 6, coming to you live from Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. Atalakpa recovery concept attacked by union members of enforcement of alleged illegal revenue collection.
We met this national union and road transport employers and drivers for we collecting money from drivers. We said no, the government have stopped this revenue and you were warned by the state governor. Why are you people still doing this?
Tony Kabaka is out. He said he's out for the union to cause distraction. Anywhere you see union member with uniform, he will continue to hunt them, fight them, drag them inside the vehicle, arrest them. We are the government enforcer with the national union.
Edo State residents applaud state government for erection of roof structure for e-city's passengers.
Everybody have to find where to hide, and which is not good.
May they do something about this place. May sun not they beat us. May rain not they beat us.
So they should continue. Yes, they should extend it to other areas that are in need of it.
To stay under the sun is not good. Because as I'm sitting here and I feel very, very okay.
Residents of Ogege and area communities in Ikpobaoka local government area jubilate over provision of 500 kVA. A very good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital, Nigeria. I am Gift Uwagboy. And now to the news in details. The chief enforcer of the newly constituted Atalakpa recovery concept under the Edo State Internal Revenue Service, Comrade Tony Kabaka Adun, has alleged that a member of the group was attacked by revenue collectors during enforcement of illegal revenue collection in Benin City. BeeTv News Pelumi Mukoro reports that the official vehicle of the Atalakpa recovery concept was damaged. The report.
With the announcement from the Board of Internal Revenue, with the warning that the governor gave to them, they refuse to comply.
As part of efforts by the Edo State government to put an end to multiple taxation, the Atalakpa recovery concept was set up to stop illegal collection of revenue and to also apprehend anyone found impersonating government officials to extort money from motorists. However, there are indications that the Atalakpa members are experiencing challenges in regards to carrying out their official duty due to the fact that they were allegedly attacked by some union members who are against Edo State government policy on illegal revenue collection. Speaking with BeeTv News Chief Enforcer Atalakpa Recovery Concept under the Edo Internal Revenue Service, Comrade Tony Kabaka Adun narrated the ordeal of how the officials were attacked and their vehicles destroyed and appealed to Edo State government to intervene in the matter.
This morning we went outside to carry out our exercise so that they can use it to spoil the good work we are doing.
Also speaking on the issue, the Deputy Enforcer Atalakpa Recovery Concept, Wellington Iyamo, stated how things were thrown at their vehicles and how their officials were manhandled at the park.
Today we went out to monitor the area. So we went to TED, we see the employer, then we see the national union, they were dragging a driver. They will not stop. That, leave the driver alone. What happened? The driver now started explaining. Every day they used to be there to collect 3,000, 4,000. And I said, what are you doing? Who sent you? He said, it's employee. They will not get him arrested. The next thing, the other boys just came out from somewhere, started throwing stone, throwing bottle. All our boys started fighting them. So me myself, I'm very surprised for this. I believe the governor will come to our eyes to come and rescue us from there.
Atalakpa Recovery Concept are appealing to Edo State government to look into the issue with a view to apprehend all those involved. Pelumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The leadership Edo State wing of National Union of Road Transport Workers have condemned the alleged assault of one of its members carrying out his duties by the enforcement consultant to Edo State Board of Internal Revenue, Comrade Tony Kabaka Adun. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the state chairman of the union, Mr. Saturday Owame, appealed to the state governor, Senator Monday Okwevolo, to call Comrade Tony Kabaka to order. The report.
The state chairman, National Union of Road Transport Workers, Mr. Saturday Owame, in a press briefing on Tuesday, raised the alarm of an alleged intimidation of his members by the enforcement consultants to Edo State Board of Internal Revenue Service, Comrade Tony Kabaka Adun. He said one of his members, named Kingsley Abonkokon, was manhandled while discharging his duties. He said as a union, they are working for the progress of Edo State and not to denigrate the administration which they all have labored for its success.
We, the National Union, we are partner with the government. Mr. Governor have called us to enlighten all of us. Everybody go home and hold your union. Consult your people. Tony Kabaka is out. He said he's out for the union to cause distraction. Anywhere you see union member with uniform, he will continue to hunt them, fight them, drag them inside the vehicle, arrest them. We are the government enforcer with the National Union and return. We both join together to be enforcer to the governor, to the government. And we make sure that we guide the drivers. We force them to pay for the MROS. So therefore there will not be leakage.
The victim of the alleged assault, Kingsley Abonkokon, has narrated his ordeal with the enforcement consultant team of how he was allegedly manhandled, adding that he tried to explain his position as a member of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Edo State chapter, but was descended upon without hesitation.
They drag my shirt, say me they put my shirt. I was like, but what did happen? But why you say me they put my shirt? I be national, what did happen? Who say me I talk? He blow, begin beat me. He send the policemen, send boys. He say me they carry me straight to Body Avenue. As I reach Body Avenue, he claim me. He say me I sit down for ground. That's why he say me no fear. Me wear national shirt. They wear national shirt. I was like, but what did happen? I don't feel wear national shirt. Now you know when I belong to. Now I wear. He say me they pull out. I don't give me they pull out from my. I come get it, drag me as they drag me in the shirt. They said when boys come to it, they can't tear the shirt.
The union leadership, while commending the state government for setting up the enforcement task force, however, said there was need for everyone to act with caution and stop spoiling the image of the state government. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents of Ogege and area communities in the Kpobawaka local government area of Edo State have expressed joy and thanks to the acting chairman of the local government, Honorable Obosa Jolly Ogbede, over the provision of a brand new 500 kVA and 300 kVA transformers to them to address the issue of electricity supply to the areas. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the both communities had been thrown in total darkness for over a year now due to faulty transformer. BeeTv News Best Storyteller has the details.
It was a moment of joy for the residents of Ogege and area communities, respectively, in the Kpobawaka local government area, as they took delivery of a brand new 500 kVA transformer and another 300 kVA transformer, courtesy of the acting chairman of the Kpobawaka local government area, Honorable Obosa Jolly Ogbede, as part of his continued effort in initiating life-touching programs for the people. The locals in the benefiting communities who have been without electricity supply for over a year now could not hide their joy when the acting chairman personally delivered the transformer to them. In an interview with BeeTv News, the joyous residents said they are elated that with the provision of the transformer, electricity will soon be restored to the communities. They showered praises on Honorable Obosa Jolly Ogbede, acting chairman of the Kpobawaka local government area, and to the executive governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okwevolo, for addressing their electricity challenge.
It's when we not get light now. Today now, when we get the transformer, I'm very, very happy because we too suffer. As we God just do bless them, then bring us, so are happy for it. God go bless them forever and ever.
The new Kpobawaka chairman, Jolly Ogbede, have pledged to associate with all community around the visibility. Suddenly this morning,
I was called upon as an Ojo to come and witness unprecedented commissioning. In fact, commissioning of a new transformer, 500 kg transformer. In fact, it is a wonderful story.
We do what we surprised. We do me where or more. Or what remain na? I want my transformer wa buma adiwa. I'm a suffer for a long time. My suffer kage adi. So mana do me mo pa no wa we mwere. Ona do kill yani ni mawebona. Okay ke makabok mo wani. Makabok mo money. And the present governor no wa ro na Monday okpewuru.
I have various properties in this area, but no light. I don't have tenants anymore, which is very, very bad. But today, 500 kVA transformer being delivered by Honorable Jolly Ogbede. Ah, man, something that has to amuse us.
On his part, the acting chairman, Ikpoboha local government, Honorable Bosa Jolly Ogbede, said he's elated because his administration could put smiles on the faces of the people. He added that the provision of the transformer is one of his numerous projects that they have executed. He said they've graded over 140 roads and has also carried out a successful free medical outreach.
We are here to serve them. They complained and they came to me some few weeks ago to complain about that they've been out of power for over a year or so, and we had to swing into action. And today you can see we presented them with a brand new transformer. We are here to work for the people. We are here to make Baha better. As I have earlier mentioned in my previous interviews, that we are going to prioritize the welfare of our people, and that's what I'll continue to do.
Just last week, the Ikpoboha local government concluded a 3-day medical outreach where many people benefited, including those who were successfully operated on. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The National President, Professional Drivers on Wheel, Comrade Adams alias Shaba, has reaffirmed this association's support for drivers in Edo State to purchase daily tickets to drive government's revenue. Comrade Adams he made this clear during a press briefing on Tuesday, stating that the claims making round that the union opposes ticket purchases is completely baseless and unfounded. BeeTv News' Osarogi Agobo has the details.
In a remark, the National President, Professional Drivers on Wheel, Comrade Adams alias Shaba, said claims making the rounds that the association is opposed to drivers' daily purchase of tickets is completely baseless and unfounded. He said the union is fully in support of drivers purchasing their daily ticket as it aligns with Governor Monday Okpebolo's goal to boost the state's internally generated revenue that will enable the governor in initiating more developmental projects in the state.
We, as a members of a professional drivers on we are not against the government revenue. Our duty as a union is to make sure we encourage our driver to buy the government ticket. In the Central Park, 1,600. In outside the Central Park, 800. These are the instructions of Mr. Governor. A situation why people are saying with the union, we are not encouraging the driver to purchase their ticket. I want to use this medium to say it's a false and it's a lie from the bottom of hell.
Comrade Shaba also made it clear that under the Monday Okpebolo's administration, there is no room for illegal ticket collection in Edo State. He noted that drivers need to purchase their daily ticket, which costs 1,600 naira inside Central Park and 800 naira outside the park. He urged drivers to continue to comply with the directives to avoid issues with the Atalakpa recovery concept.
People saying they are collecting illegal money by the new enforcer agents. Every day I come out to the media and let the public know that there is nobody collecting illegal money from drivers, because as a president of the driver, I believe I'm supposed to be in the position to shout, to cry out that my drivers are be oppressed in one way or the other. But since I have never heard such from many of the drivers, and you can take a look at the state, since Okpebolo become a governor of this state, have you witnessed any riot protest by the driver that they are paying illegal tickets or double taxation? We don't know where that rumors came from. Get early. I want to beg my driver, if it's 1,000 naira that is left in your pocket, as you are coming out to the money, put it in your pocket, buy your ticket. so that for you not to involve yourself in the hand of the Atalakpa team.
Also speaking with BeeTv News, some of the drivers plying Siloko Road and New Benin Market corroborated Shaba's statement, noting that they have been consistently purchasing their tickets and have never been stopped by the union from buying their daily tickets.
There is no other money apart of the tickets. That is money we used to buy every blessed day. And since professional drivers we are on ground, we drivers, we have a peace, very peaceful than before.
On New Benin, we all na driver, we dey cooperate together. Nobody they collect illegal money for New Benin.
Shaba pledged that the professional drivers on we will continue to support the Governor Ukpebolo's progressive vision to move Edo State forward. Osarugi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The North American branch of the St. Maria Goroti Old Girls Association have inaugurated the newly renovated old administrative building of the school as part of their contributions to their alma mater. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that some of those in attendance were the State Commissioner for Finance, Honorable Emmanuel Okoebo, Chairman State Secondary Education Board, Omozane, APC National Deputy Treasurer, Honorable Chief Omorede Osifo, old students of the school both at home and in diaspora graced the event. The report is presented by Best Orator.
Staff and students of St. Maria Gorati Grammar School came together to witness the inauguration of the newly renovated administrative building for the school done by the Northern America branch of the Old Girls Association of St. Maria Gorati School. In a remark, the president, St. Maria Gorati Old Girls Association, Angela Abieyuwa Jesuobo, said education remains an essential need and investing in education is not just the government's responsibility alone, but the responsibility of well-meaning association just like the Smagoga. She added that the old girls are giving back to the school because it has contributed to the success story that they have recorded.
It is our collective responsibility to ensure that this school thrives, that it becomes a place where every child feels valued, supported, and empowered to reach their full potential.
The chairman, Edo State Secondary Education Board, Sonia Mozele Banehita, lauded the Old Girls Initiative for giving back to their alma mater, which she said will greatly turn the tide of learning in the school. She called on other old girls in public schools to imitate the fine spirit of the St. Maria Gorati Old Girls Association.
Let me take this opportunity to commend all those who contributed to making this project a reality. To our esteemed partner at Smagoga, North America, the executive principals of this esteemed school, and every individual who played a role in this transformation.
A goodwill message to the school was also delivered by the Commissioner of Finance in Edo State, Honorable Emmanuel Okoebo, and made a personal donation of 300,000 naira for the school to enroll students for external examinations.
I extend warm greetings to all the women whose strength, innovation, and leadership continue to inspire and drive progress in our society. On behalf of the Diaspora Lehi Foundation, which is championed by my wife, I'm pleased to announce a donation of 300,000 dedicated to covering the NECO registration for 10 students of this school.
Highlight of the event was the formal inauguration and handing over of the administrative building to the school by the State Secondary Education Board Chairman Sonia Omozele Ebanehita, joined by the President of the Association, Angela Abieyuwa Jesuobo, with other members of the association, and after which they took a tour of the facility.
So thank you. Officially, we hand it over back to you. Thank you.
In an interview with BeeTv News, National Deputy Treasurer of the All Progressives Congress, Honorable Chief Omorede Osifo, the Chairman SSEB, Sonia Omozele Ebanehita, APC Oedo Woman Leader Esther Nadia Hekolade, St. Maria Goroti Girls Grammar School Senior School Principal Abieyuwa Osaigi, and others said the renovation of the administrative building by the old girls is a laudable achievement which they said will also encourage the students to strive more for success in their academic pursuits.
This Maria Goethe girls have been doing a lot to make sure this school keeps the name, because the school is a Catholic school, and it was run by, when I was here, it was run by a Reverend Sister from Ireland, the late Reverend Sister Henrietta Powell. So we're trying to keep up the standard that she had. It was one of the best schools in Edo State at that time.
The environment that is not conducive for the student, they won't be able to learn. So for them to give back to the community as an old guest is a thing of joy to us.
With our national leader, we came all the way from Abuja to also facilitate with these students. We're happy that she's been part of this school. She was part of this school, and I just want to inspire them more that they should do more for the school.
We are very, very thrilled for this commissioning, and it has been one of our desires for this administrative building to be renovated, and we are so grateful to them.
I think this is a wonderful school. I know this school from the kingdom come. I mean, it's one of those remarkable schools in Edo State, or the old Midwest State when I was still here. And I think the standard is being maintained by the old students.
They've always been supportive of the education system, and each time you come here, you see a touch. You always come up to see something new.
On her part, the president of Smagoga, Angela Abiyayiwa Jesrobo, said the old girls have been giving back to the school for years now because it is part of their education success story. And with the new administrative blocks with classrooms, offices of teaching staff, it will assist in the smooth academic activities of the school.
It's part of us to make sure that the school is maintained so that those ITN now can have what we had in our time.
The school was founded on March 4, 1959 by the Catholic Mission. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has hosted state governors, ministers and head of parliamentary agencies for the dinner inside the presidential villa. The event was well attended by governors, including Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, and his predecessor, who is currently Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The event was another opportunity for President Tinubu to reassure the leader of his administration's commitment to implementing policies and executing programs that will be in the overall interest of the country. The report.
Not that you don't have enough responsibility, enough to share. I watch the news regularly. I could see what is happening, observe what is happening in Kano, what is happening in Abia, what is happening. And I try to find time to glance through the newspapers. I was just saying Abia that I read that is still in his private residence. And the austerity is not as bad. I know that they are to fulfill the promise, and you are my very good friend, a Lagos boy too. So I hope you enjoy the evening.
The president says that all the major decisions he has taken in the SEDO have been carried out with utmost consideration of the future generation of the country. The president said this when he inaugurated the planning committee for the National Youth Conference at the State House. BeeTv News' Glorious Isirame has the report.
President Bola Tinubu is following through his assurance of inclusivity in governance, and this is another major step in carrying along the larger group of the country's population, the youth. The president, who assured that his actions on policies and programs have been in the interest of a future generation, is similarly making another statement here, calling on the youth to come and make contributions to the future they want.
Look me in the face, tell me whatever you think is wrong and the way you want things done. Mine is to help navigate and push and lift the heavyweight problems so I can clear the path for you to have a very great future. But it's in your hand. You have the great opportunity of advancing the development of this country. It's all in your hands.
But while he is still at the helm of affairs, the president promises to continue to prioritize decisions that will reposition the country to an enviable status for the generations yet to come.
Every decision that I've taken is about you. It's about tomorrow. When you remove all subsidy, you are protecting the future of generations yet unborn, the youths. When we started, it looked so foggy, dicey, and hopeless. We try hard, and we're drawing water from a dry well. But today, the economy has turned the corner. Prices are falling. Confidence in our economy is improving. Investors are looking in.
You've taken bold actions in fixing our economy.
Apparently tested and now convinced in the ability of your leader to take bold decisions in the interest of the country, the committee is taking this responsibility, hoping for full support from the president.
We call that this is completely insulated from partisanship, and by the diversity of people on the planning committee, it is very clear that the intention is a comfort for all Nigerians, irrespective of their geographical or political extraction.
The focus of the conference, which this committee is planning for, will be announced on political engagement, economic transformation, education and skills, technology and digital transformation, climate action and energy transition, as well as social cohesion. Glorious Isiramen reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigeria is looking to invest $2.7 billion in renewable energy projects, including the establishment of Africa's first renewable energy university as part of its push to become the continent's leading clean energy hub. The federal government, through the Rural Electrification Agency, is also working to raise $1 trillion to finance electrification projects in universities across the country. BeeTv News' Harmony Agbafo has details.
Several rural communities in Nigeria remain without access to the national grid or alternative power supply. To reduce these electricity deficits, the Rural Electrification Agency is now partnering with some private companies to boost access to alternative power sources for rural communities. At this MOU signing ceremony in Abuja, the Managing Director and CEO of the Rural Electrification Agency, Abba Aliyu, says the federal government remains committed to not only providing rural electricity, but hopes to make Nigeria a renewable energy hub in Africa.
A total of about 86 million Nigerians without access. A number of people will see that as a challenge facing the country. But the present government, led by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, wants to capitalize on this challenge to turn it into opportunity.
Other top officials of the REA are urging private developers and stakeholders in the renewable energy sector to ensure that Nigeria's electrification target is met within affordable means to consumers.
Something that only the government would be able to execute. So we need collaborative effort between both the public and the private sector. And that is one of the reasons why REA have set up this framework of developing RESCOs to make sure they take their help to bridge the energy access gap.
The high point of the meeting was the signing of the Renewable Energy Service Collaborative Agreement between the REA and 8 service providers, which is expected to light up more Nigerian communities and states. Their companies, while expressing confidence in the potentials of the renewable energy sector, also asked for more support from the federal government in the face of the current economic challenges.
I energize more than 100,000 connections as the first step. And in doing so, we want to do this transparently.
To make Nigeria to be the renewable hub, there is a need for financial, there is a need for projects, there is need of implementation vehicle, there is need of operational framework, and there is need for domestication of our value chain. and there's even need for a talent development pipeline.
The MD, however, warned the renewable energy service companies against re-emerging from their responsibilities and implementation terms with the agency, warning that they must not jeopardize the government's desire to light up more rural communities. Harmony Agba for reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents in Benin City have applauded the Edo State government for the construction of a roof structure at the ECT's bus terminal at King's Square, Ring Road. The roof shade is now helping to create a conducive atmosphere where passengers can sit and wait before the arrival of the buses, thereby reducing the stress of waiting under the sun. BeeTv News Belum Mukoro has the report.
Everybody have to find where to hide, and which is not good. And if there's a place that big cover now, people can hide under. Even during the time of sun, people can hide under.
Sun they beat us, rain they beat us, and the mountain we know they see in time. May they do something about this place. May sun not they beat us, may rain not they beat us.
Some time ago, BeeTv News reported the call by beneficiaries of the free bus transportation ride at the King Square, where they appealed to the state government to construct a roof shade to protect them from the weather. Although the PATS administration could not meet up with the passengers' request, the Governor Monday Okwebulu's administration has now fulfilled the yearnings of the people, as the Edo State government have erected a new roof structure at ECTS bus terminal at King Square Ring Road. This is to help reduce the stress of waiting before the bus arrives, and also to prevent passengers and citizens in general from standing under the sun. Speaking with BeeTv News, some Edo citizens commended the government for listening to their cry and stated how helpful the structure has been and will be when the rain fully sets in.
Terminal is good, it's helping very well. It's very good. We are benefiting from it. So it should continue with the work, with the good work.
The government should continue on it because this bus terminal, it makes it more easy for people to go to different places, and especially in a long distance, because you cannot compare it with commercial bus. They might tell you maybe from so place is 500, for you to continue, you add extra 200. But with this bus terminal, it takes you straight for a very long distance. Very, very good.
It's a welcome development. So I think the government should continue doing the good things because Nigeria deserves something good.
Other respondents also appealed to the government to extend it to other areas so that everyone can benefit from it across Benin City.
Many people are tired of suffering, so they should continue. Yes, they should extend it to other areas that are in need of it.
It's very, very good. They can easily extend it to every other places. To stay under the sun is not good because as I'm sitting here and I'm feeling very, very okay. So it's good.
As at the time of filing this report, another roof shed at the bus terminal is under construction. Walimi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
March 11th of each year is a day set aside to mark the National COVID-19 Day. As it was this day, it was declared as a global pandemic by the World Health Organization. The COVID-19 experience is one that can hardly be forgotten due to the significant impact it had on many globally. Some Nigerians reflected on their experiences and encounter during the COVID-19 lockdown in 2020. BeeTv News' Glorious Isirame has the report.
COVID-19 is a day to remember. I did not even know today is COVID-19 Remembrance Day. So thank you for coming up with this kind of idea to let the masses or the public know that there's COVID-19 Remembrance Day.
So many believe that the COVID-19 lockdown period in Nigeria was a time when many businesses closed down, while social distance was maintained. The COVID-19 pandemic shook the whole world as millions of people lost their lives. Respondents shed the light on some very notable things that many others had probably not been aware of, as they gave instances of the various experiences they had during the lockdown.
During the lockdown of COVID-19, so there was a lot to say. It was a good experience. They were so locked down, but so many people were so scary. Then you can see maybe two people who don't want to come close because of that COVID. Business was not moving fine, but for some people, business was moving fine. You know, in life, some people, when something happens, some people gain opportunity to get more, some will not get more.
The period of that COVID-19 experience, it was too tough. Are you getting my point? It was too tough to the extent that everywhere was locked down. I understand that a lot of people faced through inflation. Some of them was inflated by that COVID-19. But together with my family, there's nothing like that happened to us. I'm still thanking God today. COVID-19 period has passed away. So this is another time again.
During that period, it was not very good for us. When some of our people, they contacted it, and no money, nothing, you cannot go out to work, but so it was not really good. But today, we thank God that the sickness is over.
They mentioned that the lockdown experience exposed the love that Nigerians have for one another, being of help in outstanding ways. They also stated that pandemic was in favor of a lot of people, while it was a source of a huge loss for others.
COVID-19 was very, very tough and hard. Then we passed through a lot. As in, when I mean a lot, the fear, the stress, the hunger, so many things. And COVID-19 also taught us that we Nigerians will really love ourselves. Because during that time, some people will come out with food to give others, because even me, in my church, they do give us food, they give us gari, beans, rice. Then I saw the love that COVID-19 really brought to the country.
Some commended the government for the arms they extended to the people in each state through the palliatives, amongst other ways. While there are others who did not have the best experiences that period, reflected on the many losses they got, especially due to the many restrictions and curfews.
The experience, I don't know the exact place you actually wanted me to talk about, because the COVID-19 actually affected all ramifications of life. You know, if you talk about the economic situation, it was so bad. You know, people cannot go to work. They all got locked down at home and they couldn't do anything. So there was hunger everywhere.
The experience is just to government to take extractors. They use it to extract us. No sickness in this our Nigeria. No sickness. This our Nigeria. We black. We not sick that this thing. All the old people when they will carry, they will give them money. Say make talk say na age kill the mama or kill the papa. We experience. It's a bad omen.
The experience of COVID-19 pandemic lockdown will not be forgotten in a hurry. Glorious Isiramen reporting for BeeTv News.
The House of Assembly has issued a decisive order for the arrest of the chairman and commissioners of the State Independent Electoral Commission after they failed to gain the honor of official summon. This marks a significant escalation in the standoff between the legislature and the electoral body. The report. The standoff between the Rivers State House of Assembly and the State Independent Electoral Commission has reached a boiling point. Initially given a 48-hour ultimatum to appear before lawmakers, RIC officials failed to comply in an act of leniency. The deadline was extended by another 72 hours. When time came to usher in expected guests, only 3 commissioners showed up, but rather than take questions from the lawmakers, they announced their resignation from the commission.
I have forwarded my notice of resignation from the commission to His Excellency, Sir Similare Fubara.
I have come here to formally let the House know that by God's special grace, we have served and have also decided to leave. God bless you.
I have officially tendered my resignation and have also sent the copy to His Excellency, and I'm here also to officially let the House also know.
After their exit from the chamber, a heated debate ensued among the lawmakers.
The Speaker, I think that without much ado, this House immediately issued the warrant of arrest, has instructed, has intended by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended.
It is time for us to inflict pains on those who flagrantly disobey our invitation. We are never a rubber stamp assembly.
And when Mr. Martin Amawule put the decision to vote, the verdict was unanimous. The officials who would defy the assembly summons must be arrested. They were not going to settle for anything short of the arrest of the RIC officials who defied the ultimatum.
Justice Enebeli and other commissioners who failed to appear before the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly will now be compelled by this House via a warrant issued under the seal of the Speaker to the Nigeria Police to bring them here to answer questions.
Meanwhile, in a related development, two bills seeking the repeal of Respect Law and the Rivers State Local Government Law have scaled their first reading, signaling a possible restructuring of the state's electoral framework. Yet, despite what was an eventful plenary, the Assembly was silent on Governor Siminalayi Fubara's invitation to attend a meeting, which was seen as an attempt to broker a truce between both sides in the crisis. Gifts were reporting for BeeTv News. In a major political shakeup, the All Progressive Congress has welcomed new supporters as key members of the Atiku Abubakar support groups from the 19 northern states officially defected from the People's Democratic Party. The grand reception was led by the APC National Chairman Abdullah Ganduje and Deputy Senate President Barwa Jibrin at the A-Class Event Center in Abuja. The reports.
It was a day to remember all the role in All Progressive Congress as hundreds of former Atiku supporters pledged allegiance to President's government seeking on behalf of the defectors. Abubakar Malami, coordinator of the coalition of Atiku support group, explained their decision.
We are expressing our allegiance to you and the APC in general, and we salute you for keeping the party united, violence-free, and acknowledge your effort for promoting the party and the country at large, especially recent developments of agricultural employment.
For Senator Barau Jibri, who played a crucial role in convincing the group to join APC, this defection marks a significant political victory for the governing party.
I am glad that we are receiving this strong coalition that supported Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 general elections. It's a big catch. We are making a big catch today into our party.
The APC's national chairman Abdullahi Umar Ganduje did not hold back in his remarks. He outrightly said the defection signals the downfall of the PDP.
We invite Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Vice President himself to formally receive all your members in order to register the death, the collapse, the disappearance of the PDP in Nigeria, not only in the northern part of this country.
The 2027 election on the horizon, these former PDP loyalists are now set to work for the success of President Bola Tinubu and the APC across northern Nigeria. With this defection, the APC has strengthened its grip on the north, while the PDP may see this as yet another setback. The battle for 2027 is already eating up, and all eyes are now on how both parties will navigate the road ahead. Sarugi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to business. President Bola Tinubu has declared that his fuel subsidy removal policy is yielding the desired results as prices are gradually declining. Tinubu made this remark on Monday while inaugurating the National Youth Council at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukoro has details of this and more from the business world.
The president, while inaugurating the National Youth Council, also asserted that investors are increasingly showing interest in the Nigerian economy, a development he attributed to the removal of fuel subsidies, a policy introduced on 29 May 2023. Addressing the youth, Tinubu emphasized that while politicians will always be politicians, true leadership is about fostering developments that benefit future generations. He urged Nigerian youth to take advantage of the opportunities being created by the government, particularly in the ICT sector, to contribute to national development. The president reminded the youth that they have a crucial role in advancing the nation's development. He also assured the youth that his administration will do everything possible to make Nigeria a better place for the youth. The Naira defied the Central Bank of Nigeria's policy interventions as it depreciated against the dollar at the official foreign exchange market to start the week. CBS data showed that the Naira fell to 1,530.15 per dollar on Monday from 1,517.24 Naira last Friday. This means a loss of 12.91 Naira on the official market. Meanwhile, on the black market, the Naira remains stable at 1,580 Naira per dollar, the same exchange rate as last Friday. The Chief Executive Officer of Financial Derivatives, Bismarck Rewane, said the Apex Bank had spent $8 billion defending the Naira against other foreign currencies in recent months. Nigeria's Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, has stated that the country expects an ambitious 7% annual gross domestic product (GDP) growth to effectively reduce poverty. Edo made this disclosure on Monday while speaking at the Arise TV and KPM 2025 Budget Insight event. He projected a positive economic outlook for Nigeria in 2025, highlighting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to improving the ease of doing business. According to him, the president plans to leverage private sector investment to drive economic growth. He further noted that the 2025 budget of 54.9 trillion naira is designed to enhance the lives of Nigerians with expectations of a stronger revenue boost. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene, where a massive drone attack on the Moscow region has killed 3 men and injured 18 others, including 3 children. Russian officials say it is the biggest drone strike on the capital since the war in Ukraine began. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on this and other stories from the foreign scene.
The attack hit a distribution center in the village of Yam near Domodedovo airport, killing 3 workers and destroying dozens of vehicles. Russia's defense ministry said 337 drones were intercepted, with 91 shot down over the Moscow region. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin confirmed several apartments were damaged. Flight restrictions were placed on Moscow's airports and a district train network was suspended. Meanwhile, a top aide to Ukrainian President Zelensky says that discussions with the U.S. on ending the war